All right, so we're going to work on New World Symphony. Now, this is a very beautiful piece of classical music that was written by Antonin Dvorak. Um, who would have thought, right? So he's a Hungarian composer, or he was a Hungarian composer. Um, he's a relatively modern composer, um, right on the cusp of the contemporary classical era, if you were wondering. But, anyways, let's see. So, what I would recommend is try listening to New World Symphony on YouTube. Check it out. See what the full version is like. This is a very simplified piano version, just kind of the very the meat of the song, but it's really cool to hear a whole entire orchestra play the song. So, as you can see, there's a little warm up right here that we're going to start with. So, we're playing in the key of C major, and we're going to try switching between 1, 4, and 1. Now, if you remember, from 1 to 4, the top notes both step up, and the bottom note stays the same. So, when we're in C5 here, we play our 1 chord, and then these 2 notes step up. And then we go back down for our warm up. So we're getting really comfortable with that. We've got a really bouncy wrist between notes, very flexible, supple wrist. And we'll do the same thing with our right hand. Same thing where C is the common tone, that stays the same. So we keep our thumb on C for both the chords, and we just move our other fingers up. Alright, so go ahead, pause the video, try that out a bit till you're very comfortable. So then, of course, in this song, there's going to be 5, 7 as well. So you'll remember that the common tone between 1 and 5, 7 is G. So we keep our thumb on G. We've got a second, so we play number 2 on F, and pinky on B. We have to remember our pinky slides over. So let's warm up with that a little bit. And let's try our other hand. Actually, no, let's not worry about our other hand. Let's jump right into the song. Okay, so as you can see, there's some long ties, okay? So these are all going to be held for, you just really have to think about it right here, and then you hold it out and you're thinking more about your right hand. You think about your left hand here, hold, and you don't have to think about it till here. Okay, so I'm going to play just my left hand. C, G, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and switch. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, G, 2. Okay, so practice that till it's really comfortable. Please make sure you count out loud so you get in the habit of that so it becomes nice and easy. Alright, so the next thing is we're going to play G and C. Then we're going to keep C, and we're going to raise our thumb to G sharp. G sharp. Okay. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so practice that switch, not too hard. Next thing is our number 1 moves over to A. Our number 2 is already kind of on F, and we play 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now what I might recommend is for this part here that I just showed you, try tapping on your knee or on the closed keyboard lid. Okay, the finger numbers. And so why that's so important is that you connect what you see with what you should feel in your fingers, and you take out the other element of hearing and the technique of actually playing the keys. and you just worry about which finger numbers you should use when you see all those notes, okay? So that's why that's so important. So we'll use 1 and 2, okay? And then we'll use 2 and 3, and then we'll use 2 and 4, and then 5. So let me show you, let me show you on the closed keyboard lid. So again, I'm working on this part. I'm gonna play 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 2 and 4, 5. Okay, now let's go back to the piano. We're gonna play F and A with 1 and 2. Okay. Let's see. So you can play 2 and 3, which is what I was showing you, or you can also play 1 and 2 again. You know what? I might actually go with that. So I'm so sorry. Can you erase what I just told you? Try 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1 and 3, 5. Okay, so do the closed keyboard lid with those fingers. Okay, sorry about that. All right, next line. So, by the way, I don't expect you to be perfect at this right away, and you might spend like 2 days working through this page, and pause the video until you're really comfortable. So we're gonna pick up right here, and I was hoping you could tell me, is this a 1, 4, or 5, 7 chord? 4 chord, same shape, right? So you got 4, 2, 3, 4. Then the next measure, we've got this note is a G. It's between F and A, if you can see that. G, a third below to E, and then a step above to F, okay? So you've got G, E, F. 1, 3, 2. Now we've got 2, 1, 3, 2, 5. Okay, making sure we've got the correct rhythm there. So I'm going to start from right here and play till here, and I'm going to count the rhythm this time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So pause the video and do just what I did until you get it. Don't worry if you don't get it right away. It's very tricky to get the counting and playing at the same time, because like I said, there's so much to think about. There's what you're seeing, there's what you're feeling in your fingers, and there's what you're hearing. Okay, so now let's take a peek at the right hand, okay? So this very iconic melody. Let me just play this song, this page for you, okay? So I'm actually gonna set the camera down, okay? And just play the song. Beautiful, right? There's kind of just something about that melody that I really enjoy. All right, so let's go back, and the very first line, we start with our number 3 on what note? E, of course, and we're going to be playing up a third to G, because we're going from a line note to a line note, right? So the rhythm, we've got 1 and 2 on E, 1 and 2, and then we'll play G on the and of 2, and another G, 3 and 4 and. Now if that didn't make any sense to you, let me count it and play it, okay? So here are the eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now I'm going to play a little faster. Here's the eighth note. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay. We won't go that fast. We're going to be playing moderately, it said. So not too slow, not too fast. Next thing is we've got another E, and then we just step down to D and then to C. But of course the rhythm is. So you can almost feel like this rhythm is, I like to think of it as kind of like it's lilting. It's not really straight like. There's a lilt to it like this. Almost like someone's kind of humming to themselves, skipping down the road. All right, so the next thing is the third measure. All right, we start with our number 2 finger. We're still in the C5 finger hand position, and we play D, E, G, E, D. All right, so feel free to pause or rewatch and then play through it on a pause. Okay, so one more time. D, E, G, E, D. And you'll notice all these phrases are very legato and connected. So the way we play legato is we don't pick up the first note we played until we play the next note all the way down, right? All right, so the next 2 measures are exactly the same as the first 2 measures, so I will not be playing those again. But the second line, so it would be measures 7 and 8. They're a little different. There's 2 notes that are different. Well, it's completely different. So it goes D, E, D, C, C. One more time. D, E, D, C, C. And you'll notice in the music, we've got one of those guys. And you'll remember that means diminuendo. Diminuendo means gradually gets softer, okay? So zooming out, we've got a crescendo to the peak of the phrase, kind of right here, and then a diminuendo getting quieter. So okay, that adds a lot of beautiful expression, especially because this chord right here is kind of weird in a cool way. So we bring it out. We're crescendoing to that chord. Okay, now we're going to work on this line. All right, so this line, our hand has to move. If you remember, our number 3 finger was on E. Now our number 3 finger is on what note? Well, the spaces of the treble clef are face. So F-A-C-E, right? All right, I'm going to play through that whole line for you. Okay, the bottom line on the first page goes like this. A, C, C, B, G, A. All right, so here's the thing. I made this mistake, and maybe you will too the first time you play it. I hope not. I hope you can learn from my mistake. So we've been lilting this whole time with this dotted quarter note. Here we play it straight. No lilt. There aren't any dots. Okay, so lilt, no lilt. And here's what I mean. Did you hear how those measures were right with the beat? All right, so these would be some good spots to tap on the keyboard. Okay, so tapping, we've got 3, 5, 5, 4, 2, 3, 3, 5, 4, 2, 3. Okay, so feel free to pause the video and repeat after me until you really get that. And then go ahead and play it on the piano. So now, I don't think I showed you this part in your left hand. Okay, so kind of, as you can see, it really matches the right hand there. So I'm just going to show you that real quick. Our one finger is on G. We play G, E, F, F, E, G, F, C. Okay, so I'm going to go measure by measure, starting with this measure. We have E, G, F, so feel free to pause and copy that. Then we have F, G, E, F, G, E. I'm sorry, that was not the right rhythm. So we have F, G, E, so copy that. Lastly, we have F, C, and it sounds like F, C. Okay, all right. So, if you would like to continue with the next page, let's see, have we seen this before? It looks a little familiar. It sounds a little familiar. Let's see if we can find it. So we kind of have a repeat there, so I'm not going to play that again. Now let's see, have we seen this before? I think we might have. Have we heard it before? Sounds very familiar. So basically, that is a repeat of da 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 da, right? Now let's see if the next part's the same. Starting here. Ooh, it's a little different. We're going higher here, right? So we're gonna play E, G, G. Now our hand moves, so after we're in C5, E, G, G, our 1 and 3 move to A and C. And we play, okay, try that. Here we go. E, G, G. Okay, the next part right here goes like this. By the way, we have a fourth, A to D. So practice that. Okay, lastly, it just repeats but quieter. And you don't hold down the A the first time. Alright, so the thing is, the left hand and the second page is also a bit different for the last two lines. Nothing you can't figure out. So right here, we're playing our 5-7. Okay, now, as you can see, right here, after we play our 5-7, we have to move our fourth finger to the G. So right now our thumb's on G, so we can just do a shuffle and put our fourth finger on G. Remember, this is our fourth finger. Okay. Then we play C2, B2, A2, G and C2, F and C2, 3, 4. So if you didn't catch that, go ahead and go back and rewatch and play again, or look at your music. Okay, so we've got from here to here a fourth between G and C. We're stepping down, and then we have a fourth between G and C again. All right, then we have a, what's this interval? Line, skip a line, line, that's a fifth. All right, and let's see, lastly, the very end here, we have E and C, like this, thumb on G, our 4 chord, 2, 3, 4, 1 chord, and then we play an octave lower, C. Okay, good. So that will get you started on hands separate. I believe that is all I would like you to work on for this week. If you really want a challenge and you're you need some more to work on, you can start adding pedal, okay? And just use your left hand and coordinate your left hand with the pedal, okay? A couple techniques to remember with the pedal. We keep our heel on the floor. We kick our toe. We switch our pedal after we play the next thing, just like playing legato, right? So for example, I would play G and C, and then when I go to switch, I would play the 5-7 chord, and then lift up my foot, okay? All right, that should get you started on New World Symphony theme.